This is Hard Rocker Highlights from the Christensen Hall of Fame here on the campus of the School of Mines, and we're with Jerika Ihnen, a senior member of the Lady Hard Rocker basketball team who's had a great career here at the School of Mines. Jerika, thank you, and I want to tell everyone you're from T,
Yes,
South Dakota, which is a little bit south and a little bit west of Sioux Falls.
that's correct.
What is T famous for? What do you think the most famous establishment is in T that I know about?
Well, I guess, I'm going to pull a little plug in here too while we're at it, would be the T Steakhouse. It would be something that I would say is probably an establishment that's very well known.
Very true, and I've been at the T Steakhouse, and it is everything that it was talked about. And what's your connection with the T Steakhouse?
Well, Tom, my parents actually own the T Steakhouse, own and operate it. My brother's on his way to actually taking over the steakhouse, and then there's me who decided to go to a science and engineering school, so I don't know how that's related, but that's my connection there.
How did you grow up on a farm?
No, actually, my mom did. My grandparents are farmers, still are. They also come to the games all the time, so some of you may know them. But I grew up in the country, but I did spend some summers and some time on the farm visiting my grandparents and such.
So talk about the process of coming from T to the School of Mines.
Well, I kind of wanted to stay in the state, but I wanted to go to a place that was academically prestigious, and definitely School of Mines has that reputation. And I knew I wanted to play basketball, so when I got the opportunity that had both those in one package, I was like, well, that's perfect. That's the fit for me.
So it's been a good decision.
Oh, absolutely. We've been coming here on family vacations since I was a little girl, coming out to the Black Hills, and having that access to you just right in your backyard while you're in college is so nice. Just being able to go out and explore Spearfish Canyon and hang out in the hills, it's something that I enjoy. Especially not right now when it's really cold out, but in the fall and in the spring especially.
So that would be kind of something away from basketball. You enjoy hiking and exploring the hills.
Oh yes, absolutely. Spearfish Canyon is probably my favorite part, exploring all the little nooks and crannies that it has to offer. I've been there probably 10 times now, and each time I find something new, so it's really fun.
Basketball has been a very important part of your life, obviously. But I don't know if I've known an athlete here at the School of Mines who has immersed herself in as many different areas as you have on campus. Talk a little bit about a couple of other areas of clubs or things that you participate in here on the campus.
Well, there are a number of things that I just love to be involved. I love to get my hands in on anything that I can. This year I was the co-chair on the M Week committee, which anyone who knows about the School of Mines knows that M Week is our big homecoming week. A lot of traditions take place, and taking that on was a big challenge, I guess, but also it was a really fun one at the same time. Lining up all those events. Additionally, I work for Mike Keegan down in Student Activities and Leadership Center, and we basically bring the fun to campus. Monday night we had a comedian, made sure that the guys basketball team, our girls all came down, got some time to just take a study break and have some fun. Additionally, I was a member of the leadership development team, just recently passed on the torch. Actually got some of my younger members on the team. Renee Waters is now involved in that. So I think making this campus community a whole has been a goal of mine. And just not keeping the athletes here and the kids that are involved in the camp teams or any other organizations, but just making it more holistic and everybody coming and supporting each other, and that making that campus community a whole is something that I'm proud of.
Have you ever gotten home at night and after all of what you just told us, ever think, Jerika, maybe I'm spreading myself a little too thin?
Well, I guess some people have asked me that a lot before, but really organizing and time management, multitasking, those things all come into play, and I enjoy being busy. I enjoy having something to do. When basketball season comes to a close and I'm not having practice every day, I'm like, oh my gosh, what does everyone do with all their time? So being involved in all these activities gives me something to do besides homework, besides basketball, and something that's a little bit more fun and just different, and lets me meet a lot more different people than I would on a normal basis.
I asked this question of a couple of other players. If you were to go home tonight and you are going to be able to choose any meal that you would like that someone would prepare for you at its top deliciousness. It would be absolutely fantastic. What would that meal be?
Well, I know it's strange because my parents don't own a steakhouse, and you think I'd be like, oh yeah, I want myself a T-bone, but no, I want myself a patty melt from the steakhouse and some nice lionized with cheese and maybe a side salad, Thousand Island dressing. That's probably my favorite thing to do.
Now, you know Scott May.
Yes.
Do you know what Scott May's favorite meal would be?
I do not know that.
Pancakes.
Pancakes.
Would that have ever come into your mind?
No, I don't think so. Maybe if you had chocolate chip pancakes with some chocolate syrup,
Oh, okay.
and then maybe a little brown sugar as well.
What advice would you give a young lady coming into the School of Mines and the program as they begin their basketball career? Maybe somebody who may come here next year will watch this. What would you say to them?
Well, I would say be prepared for hard work, not both in school and on the court, but also you're going to have a lot of support from your teammates and what really becomes your family. I've been helped from previous years having Bethany Holyoke, now Kovash around, and helping me through the process of the transition. And then now myself, I've taken on that role of helping the younger girls. If there's time that you need help with your homework, if there's any time that you need a friend to talk to, we're all there for each other. And having that team support actually, I think, makes it easier than just maybe coming to the school without a sporting team as your family, as you're someone to fall back onto.
Well, you're certainly going to save your parents and grandparents some money with all the trips they've made out here to Rapid City coming down the interstate over the years. I don't think they've hardly ever missed a game, but you'll save them some gas money.
Well, that may be true, but at the same time, now I'm actually just got accepted to University of Missouri St. Louis, so maybe they might not be, for optometry school, they might not be making as many trips out here, but now they're probably going to travel down to St. Louis to come see me down there as well. But my parents and grandparents have just been phenomenal. The support ever since I started playing, coming to my games, supporting me, and they love basketball and they love coming and watching our team, and it's just something that's been really special to me to have them come and see nearly every single game, and the amount of miles that they put on their vehicles, I don't even want to try to add up. But
it's a lot, believe me.
Yes.
Thank you, Jerika. Jerika Ihnen, a member of the Lady Hardrocker basketball team, certainly probably the most active Lady Hardrocker I've ever been around. For Jerika Ihnen, this is Tom Rudebusch for Hardrocker Highlights and InsideDakotaSports.com.